Hey YouTube. So, not much going on with the pros rulemaking. There was a group that taught the bike industry at the last bike expo where they in March where they talked about upcoming events. They elected one group to represent the whole industry on this rulemaking, and that group wrote a 46-page comment for the rulemaking where they advocated for improved safety and such, and improved quality. 46-page long. It wasn't published anywhere but in the Federal Registry. If you need to look it up, the rulemaking is 2400. No, it's 2400-008. And you look that up and you can go in there and read the comments. If you want to read all 46 pages, have at it. But basically the summary of it is they were for making bikes safer and against restricting them more, lowering the speed limit they could ride at and such. They did not advocate for changing any of the classes, leaving the class of bikes alone. And since it was for the whole bicycle industry, the U.S. bicycle industry, I'm sure it will have some impact on what the government decides to do. In other bicycle news, there's a couple of companies that announced new products. ZF. They make transmissions for cars and trucks throughout the world. Maybe one of the cars you're driving has a ZF transmission. They are getting into the bike market. They came up with a mid-drive motor that is 2.4 kilos, and for us in the U.S., around 5 pounds. It has more torque than anything to date. And it's a low wattage motor designed for the European market, so it's going to be probably rated 250 watts nominal, and who knows what the limit is as far as peak wattage. So they're coming out with that, and they're going to start offering it in bikes. I would expect to see those late 2024 or late 2025. It's tiny compared to the mid-drives that we have today. Next is DJI, the drone maker. They're coming up with a new product. They're diversifying their product line and getting into making a mid-drive system for electric bikes. Expect them to see them in the $3,000 to $5,000 range. Don't expect to see a cheap bike. They're also going to make their own bicycle line. Right now they're announced 3 different models, but no prices of yet. But DJI is making a bike line, and maybe part of it was that they're likely to be kicked out of the U.S. market for the drones. If you don't know this and you have a DJI drone, it's likely in the future it will not be supported anymore in any way. I don't know exactly what's going to happen exactly with the drones, but if you're running a DJI drone and it has to be needs geofencing to keep it from flying in areas, it may be that they end up doing away with their whole website and their whole way of controlling their drones. So, that being said, I do have a couple of drones. I haven't flown them in so long. As a matter of fact, I don't even have my FAA license to do it anymore. They're just sitting in the house. I charge the batteries every once in a while, but that's it. It became too complicated to fly it anymore. Knowing where and when and how and all this, there's 3 different apps you have to use, and it's a bunch of crap. Federal FAA worried about a 2-pound drone flying in the air. And they limit the height they can fly at 400, so there shouldn't be anybody flying below 400 feet, but I see people flying below 400 feet all the time around here. So DJI's got their bike. There's electronic shifting is really going to start trickling down into the lower levels of bikes. It's a good thing for a simple reason is, as long as you remember to keep the battery charged, it will work better than a cable system. There's no cables to stretch, nothing to cause it to not stop working other than your battery being dead. People think this is something new. The first derailleur was invented back in the early 1900s, and it was a front derailleur, but it was deemed too heavy and too hard to use to continue making it, and it fizzled out right away. So electronic or mechanical shifting took over, and nobody looked back. So there isn't much else to be said. It's time to make a video, but I haven't had really much to talk about lately. None of my bikes have needed any maintenance. This is almost to 4,000 miles. It's about time to change the chain, but I don't think I'm going to change it until I upgrade the drive system to 10 or 11 speed. I'm not going to go with 12 speed. I'm going to do a 10 or 11 speed system. I think just for the simple durability of it. If you go to a 12 speed, there is going to be durability issues running an electric bike on 12 speed. And that's why most of the bikes are either 10 or 9 speeds, just because of it. Yeah, it's about time for tires, but I haven't even looked at buying those yet. That all being said, now I'm to talk about, if you're interested, like I said, you can go on the Federal Registry and look up that number. And look and see the 46-page comment by this group that was representing the bike industry, and it was there was 5 people that made up the group that made the comment. A doctor, a couple engineers, a bunch of people inputted to it, but it was 5 people's signature on the deal. It was not written by one person, it was written by the whole entire group. So get on there and look at it. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree with what they did, but at least the bike industry was represented. Oh, my gloves are fading so bad now from the sun that I may have to start using another pair before the end of the year. Bought these on Amazon. They're Giro. I love the brand. Have for a long time. Make good quality products. 18 bucks. You get about a year or 2 out of them, and they help keep you from getting injured if you have a bike accident. Hey, have a great day. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'll answer them as I always do. And get out and ride your bike.